quick cut plate, yeah, so it does come with a cup as well. Do I have a moisture? I think. Can't lay it down because it's still drying. There's some of the feathers in the back. Feathers in the back say yeah. Oh, it tastes gross. Why'd I put that in my mouth? Ah. Ah. Oh, it's gross. Boy, the game is on. Fuck, who put a brick wall in my way? Okay, I suck at it. Dude, I do too. Let's suck together. I keep suggesting it, but I reckon my Discord will probably be shit again.
Okay.
And then hope for the best. How about the rest? The grav and stuff's going to be nasty against everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've got some eyes bearing down on us for some reason. Anyway, we've got a bit of peak, so I'll just drop that down a bit. So I'm going to disappear. Harry's going to have a chat.
Yep.
And we'll be back in 2. This is carpet, let's go fishing. Let me get me rod out.
Fishing.
Anyway, not in public.
Super rod.
You can only have one.
Maybe.
Soulburst did her gaze of Inyad at a drop pod and took 5 rooms off it.
Has anything died yet? I'm ready for my...
So she did that silly double smite and took 5 mortal wounds.
Dan, one more. Dan, one more. When Summit arrives from Deep Strike. His name is John C. I just come here for that sexy voice. Oh, Furiosa. I just realised the error of my ways. Look at that fancy shit. And now I'm all zoomed in.
Is that a cam girl? That's Flickster Love.
Angry love.
Shofi. Fucking hell, Furioso. Amy, put your feet down. Do you want to see some feet? Are you ready? Ooh, boy. Ooh. Ooh.
That wasn't clipped. I feel like he's failed us.
I, Kato Sicarius of the Great Second Company, I'm the best space marine in the entire Imperium. That's what Kato Sicarius sounds like, yeah. Pretty funny. Is that better, guys? We're a bit closer now. Closer together. That's how you dances, that's it. I don't know what I'm doing. I've run out of stuff to paint. So easy to make. I can make that. I can make one of those, like, if I had the equipment, I could probably make one of those in like 20 minutes or whatever. You know, do that. Like, subscribe, and stick on. Ring my bell. ding on my bell end. You know, get an alert when I go online. Thank you. Work. I've never used one. I've never like thought about buying one. But Tara actually was really kind. And sent me 4. She sent me all 4 different sizes and some white paint. So yes, it's for models. Okay, it just doesn't look like it, but I presume because it says acrylic on it, it'll be all right. But yeah, thank you so much, Taria. I know I've messaged you and said thank you, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's have a look what it looks like on the palette. Turn all over me if you set fucking Denmark. Dude, I'll just... Alright, 1 year's time, on my birthday, I will pour cinnamon all over myself on stream. Boom, done.
Then, okay, so, if you use a butt plug with no lube, it goes... If you use lube, it goes... And if you lose lots of lube, it goes...
My god. Time to go, guys.
You said.
I'm going to send you to Half of Lab UK. I think he's painting an Auric Mega Boss. But I will catch you in the next one. See you later.
Free shots, yeah. Heavy D free. Got them free. All hit.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Well wind. I have a binball on the night from the Dreamcrawler. And he passed every single one of the saves. Mikey took the book from out of the shelf and read it to the children.
Every time!
So if anyone would like to purchase any, there are limited numbers, and I'm kind of taking first come first serve. Oh, look at that! Reroll that one because it's cocked. 666. See that?
Mayo.
Hello, everyone.
That's
Well-
why I'm done face.
We saw an epic hamshank and the Chaos won it by 1, Neil said. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Not ready for this level of production.
Dual Man 88, thanks for the follow. Get in the metal box.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Oh, I've got it. Don't worry.
You're in a point. For fuck's sake! I'm 24! I'm not 30, I'm 24!
He is 30. He is 30. 30 kilos of salt.
Ah.
Do you want to see some feet? Are you ready? Ooh, boy! Ooh! Ooh!
That wasn't clipped. I feel like he's failed us.
I love doing it and making it funny, and then watching it back again is even better.
First turn, obviously first turn is usually the biggest advantage, but you score points if you hold more objectives than your opponent at the end of the battle round, which... Ah, no! No! Fuck! I'm one of them. I'm so ill. Fuck. Oh shit! They're big here. It's intense, everybody. It's intense.
Where?
I mean,
Is that you?
is that you there? Yeah, that is you. Are you jumping?
Yeah.
Hey man.
Stay still.
Oh god. Oh dear god. Guys, this is what happens when he's not streaming. He just turns into a terrible child. Is this what you want to see? Is this what you want to see? You want to see this? I don't get why they've done that. They've made a contraption that holds bases and it bends. Oh my god, it's a base firer. Guys. You ready? Dude, it fires bases. Right, I'm gonna try and aim it at the camera. This is going badly. Your pretty face. True right. Are you ready for my pretty face? Weird. Shoshi's minis. Shit, man. Holy fucking shit. Hey, Genuine. How you doing, guys? Tigris, Dark, NG Luminous. Thank you so much for the host, Shoshi. How are you? Thank you.
Space Marine, and it says even the most magnificent blade are devastating. This is boring. I'm going to talk about other stuff.
Go for it.
My favorite part about pano chocolats is when you put them in the microwave, and they're just right.
Yeah.
You sprinkle a bit of water on top of them, and they don't get crispy or all dried, and you can put them in for like 10, 20 seconds, and it's just right. And that is why Mephiston loves pano chocolat. Blood Angels pano chocolats for you and all your friends in the Imperium. Enjoy these responsibly on Sanguinila.
Ah, they are my Tau. They are my Tau. I love Tau. Tau are the best army in the world. Leave me alone. Here comes Tesco brand salt. Hey man, I don't just have Tesco brand salt. I have multiple types of salt ready, available in my possession. Somewhere. Somewhere, honestly, I do. Where is it? I've got Confurioso's salty tip somewhere. Don't you look at that, you cheeky boys. He has strength 10, toughness 10, 60 wounds, 5 attacks, 3+ save.
We're playing Warhammer 4.
Thank you on the first.
000.
Tinder match, yeah boy. Weapon skill 4, BS2, void shield 3+. Let's chat with her. I'm pretty sure they do that in IRL. I mean, I could probably do it. Banana is on a 600-second cooldown. Wait. Welcome everyone to the Hellstorm Wargaming pre-show podcast, and I can't hear Dan for some reason. There we go.
Pre-show podcast? Pre-show.
This is the pre-show before the podcast starts. How is
God,
everyone?
that
Welcome in.
flipping
Welcome in.
Mike's back.
Azul Araman, Mr. Co, how you doing? Zydlick on Twitch, hey man. Matthew Ryan says podcasts are fun-educational. I agree.
I don't know about educational. They're very fun.
Yeah. We got Wooden Spoon Wargaming, how you doing, man? We got TJ, hi buddy, and then Nick Lamborn says, "Is that an Elliot in the flesh?" That was an Elliot in the flesh in the video, but it's not really in the flesh, is it? And then we got Chris Wild on Facebook, how you doing? And Cryptic Chimera on Twitch. Hello everyone. Welcome to the pre-stream. I'm Mikey, and we have Dan.
Hello.
On the phone. Dan, a bit quiet. I'm a bit quiet today. I'll turn my gain up a little bit. So we've got a brand new setup, but Dan can't make it today. So you're on the phone rather than being in person, aren't you?
Well, I mean, I've technically made it. I'm just not there in person.
Yeah, which is fine. So hopefully you can hear us okay. This is like, if this is the first time you've tuned in live, then this is kind of like where we set up, do all the technical difficulties and get them out of the way before we actually start the podcast. Is Toby coming on today? I think
he was supposed to be.
Yeah, he might join us in a bit. I've given him 8 o'clock is the cutoff for when he can join. After that, it's too late. So
after that, we beat him to death.
Yeah. So I've had to move around in the studio so I can sit more comfortably. But then there's no one there to talk to. But that means the computer's like kind of behind me. Dan is super loud. Let's turn Dan down a little bit.
You know why? Because I'm sick, mate.
Yeah. How's that? Is that okay?
I've got like that
it's Dan...
stupidly good microphone, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's down to 2 and a bit, if that's what you mean, Nick. Am I still too quiet?
I mean, you sound fine to me, but I think that's because we're obviously through Discord, aren't we?
Yeah. I can join you. You'll have to sit on your knee. No, you're not allowed. So yeah. So I've got an official FOT chair. Look at this chair. This is a brand new DX Racer chair. That's not really DX Racer. It's another brand. But is the sound okay now, guys, or are we still a bit like? Do you want to say hi, Dan? Tell me about your day.
Hello there.
We had a nice
My day. Well, I did some working from home. I've been doing a bit of hobby on my break, which was trying to get these things done for something we're doing tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it really. And then I've just been out with the fiance to get some food from Tesco.
Very nice.
So,
I've been told to turn myself up, so I've turned you down and turned me up. Is that any better? Do we sound better? Do we sound worse?
My mic is literally miles away from me, so I don't know why I'm really loud.
Rob Pears on Facebook says, sounds good to me. Controversial, Mr. Rob Pears.
Oh.
Everyone else is saying we're too loud or too quiet.
Oh.
Do we sound okay? Yeah, TJ says good. I trust his opinion because I know what he does for a living.
Yeah. Do you know what's really fun?
What's really
painting
fun?
Candles.
Painting candles?
I'm flipping painting candles on this model.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
so I think the
it's really not.
sounds good. Shall we make a start? Or shall we wait for Toby? Shall we spitball? Shall we spitball until Toby comes?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What happened on football this week? On the football.
Well, you won't know it exactly on the football.
You have to tell
won't
me.
Even know.
That's why I'm asking. What happened on the football?
So, Barcelona beat Man United.
Right.
Ajax beat Juventus, which obviously Cristiano Ronaldo
where are they
plays
based?
for. They're the Dutch boys, so they're actually
Dutch
Amsterdam.
Okay, we have actually got Amsterdam Battle Brothers
Ajax
in the
Amsterdam.
Twitch chats. How you doing? Don't know which of the Battle Brothers that is, but it's one of them.
Yeah, that's why Ruben in the SN chat put because their like little coat of arms is 3 X's. The Amsterdam coat of arms. That's why you put it in the chat earlier.
Right.
So and then it was like my boy. Oh, yesterday should I say?
Mm-hmm.
So
that makes sense.
Other than that, yeah, Sheffield United did mess up, and I was at the game, and I'm going to be at the game Friday as well. So
yeah.
So what I can talk about if you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I played AOS yesterday with Dan.
Yeah.
And
this is the pre-show, everyone, guys.
Me.
Just so you know, this is the pre-show. This isn't actually the podcast. This is us just nattering. So you played some AOS. Did you send him some hearts and kisses to give him extra attacks? I
did actually do that, and he died, which was quite funny. Yeah. Well, he's on his last wound.
Okay.
So basically, he had a zombie. He's
just to put in. I've put Dan on 69% volume, and I think that's appropriate.
Of course. So Dan didn't actually have time to pack anything different because they were going to bring his Stormcast.
Mm-hmm.
So he still had his
ghost
tournament army left over, from the Throne of Skulls, I think he's been to with Scoffer.
Okay.
So he had his super competitive list.
Sure.
So he had a zombie dragon, a vampire on a zombie dragon. With the 3-up.
With the amulet.
Ignoring rend, yeah. So that were
Flesh-eater gloves are horrific in AOS. I know this is
really
a 40k podcast, but
this is
they're vampires, aren't they?
Vampires, yeah. So they're actually their own kind of faction. Yeah, I think they're part of Death now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, so he basically wiped out of my unit of Chaos Knights. By the way, do not ever play flipping Slaves to Darkness because they're horrendous. They're so bad.
Right.
But the Keeper of Secrets is great.
Mm-hmm.
It was fighting so he runs 2 hordes of skeletons.
Okay, like 2 big blobs of 40.
Yeah. So because of the command trait, I give the Keeper of Secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he does a wound, or every time he slays a model. For Battle Shock, it counts as double.
Nice.
So I basically I killed
Just
9.
moraled him out.
Yeah, 9 and it was 18 on his morale.
Nice.
So yeah, it just whoops people. And then yeah, I got the Vampire Lord down to 3 wounds. Offered him the attack. He said, "Yeah, I'll take it."
So what happens is with
but
the
then-
Keeper of Secrets, you can offer the opponent up to 6 extra attacks. But if they
Yeah.
roll any ones to hit with those, they die.
Yeah, so it's before modifiers, but after rerolls.
Yeah.
So he used his own command ability, which actually did him, to be honest.
Right.
So his own command ability is reroll to hit, reroll everything to hit. So he hits on 3s normally, and then he rolled 4 1s and 2s.
Oops.
Yeah, where I think he like rolled 1-1 actually, thinking about it, and then because it obviously rerolled everything, he had more chances to die.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens is when as soon as he rolls that 1 to hit, you automatically die.
Nice. So you don't
So
actually hit anyone.
he rolled a 1 and died, yeah, which were quite funny.
So I'll just go through some of the chat. So Cryptic Chimera, the agenda tonight is we're going to be talking all about Into the Hellstorm 2, how it went, because obviously a lot of people were interested, but there was no coverage on the Sunday. So we're going to talk about how that went, maybe talk about some of the lists, some of the things that we thought went well, some of the things maybe that didn't go so well. So just a general chit chat. Probably start talking about Into the Hellstorm 3, which is our next ITCG major, in August, which is already sold out, which is actually horrific. So that's the
4
main.
hours, wasn't it?
3 hours. No, 4 hours.
Mm.
Yeah, 4 hours, which is pretty good. I'll just go quickly over some other stuff. Did you guys take the big community survey? Yes, I did. I took it yesterday.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah. Is there 2 people have asked? Is there much difference between AOS and 40k? I'd say there's
Mechanic, no.
As a game, it's basically the same. However, like AOS is more like, it's kind of like where 40k is a shooting game and AOS is a combat game, and there's a lot more intricacy in the combat in AOS. There's a lot more going on. Mechanically it works differently, but it's mostly the same game. Just a couple of things a little different. Like, for example, wounds spill over in AOS, whereas if you do 6 damage to a unit of 10 models, you'll kill 6 models if they have 1 wound each. Whereas in 40k, if you do 6 damage, then you'll kill 1 model.
Well, you
like
do
that.
6 damage to that 1 model, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And stuff like that. The other one is like in AOS, you can target characters in shooting, but they are -1 to hit, compared to 40k where you can't target them at all. However, shooting in AOS is so limited because there isn't that much unless you like take an army that is only shooting, like Wanderers.
Yeah, that's it. There's like 3 or 4 armies that are just pretty much shooting.
Yeah.
Everything else is mainly combat or magic based. And there's an extra phase as well. This is obviously the hero phase.
Yeah, which is where you have stratagems, but they can only be done really in the hero phase unless they specifically say otherwise.
Yeah. So like some will say at the start of the combat phase. So like the Keeper of Secrets has a cool one where at the any part of the combat phase. Because I would going through FAQs and stuff. Because basically, if you, because I think you can do it after you've attacked and then use his command ability.
Mm-hmm.
To do it to another unit.
Yeah.
I think we played it right. And because it's any part of the combat phase, so there's nothing saying he can attack, use his piling to move around close to a unit and then do it. But
yeah, exactly. But like, if you know how to play 40k or you know how to play AOS, you'll pick up 40k or AOS really easily because they're basically the same.
Yeah. Yeah, the core games are the same in it, effectively.
Yeah. J Court says, prepping for 7k game of 40k from Saturday. 32 command points in my draft list. Chuffing out.
Nice.
Command points for days.
It's not Space Marines, you've got nothing to spend them on.
32 whole rerolls. Kevin says, listening to you guys from Canada, new to the channel, but enjoy the content so far. Keep doing it. Thanks very much, dude. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's good.
That's really nice.
Good over the pond.
Welcome. Yeah, welcome. We are nearly at 7,500 subscribers now, so we're like ready for that big push. You ready to push back then?
That juicy push.
Yeah. Neil says doubles still available. Doubles tickets are still available. We'll go on to that as well. And Cryptocaro says I had some guy bought an amazing Drakari list with 6 players but played like a numpty and lost 2 games. pretty much.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Yeah. So.
That's why I do that.
Yeah. So what I've been doing this week, Dan, is I've done literally no hobby, but I've filmed 3 games this week, which is pretty cool. We've released 2 of those already.
3?
We've released
what was
one
the
on.
third?
Pardon?
When did you film the third one?
Oh no, I filmed 2. You're right. No, I filmed
What's
3
that?
because I filmed another game. I filmed Infinity on Friday night.
Oh, you did Infinity, yeah. So.
So lots of filming. Because obviously, because we have been in Gibraltar and we've been running our event, the content on the channels, the website, the channel, has been pretty lackluster, let's say. The content's
Minimal.
good, but there's none of it. So I looked at premium today. The last time I released a premium video was like nearly 3 weeks ago.
Don't worry though, guys. We've got you back.
One came out today, right? And there's another video coming out on YouTube tomorrow. And then there's another premium battle report coming out next Wednesday. That's called content. And I hope that's okay. So I apologise for being rubbish. Paul B says no because. I don't know what that means. So what do you think, Dan? Shall we start the podcast or shall we carry on waiting for Toby?
Don't know what. Have you dropped him a message?
I have dropped him a message.
I reckon drop him a message, see what he says, and then if he says nah, and then we'll not do it. Then we'll leave him out.
I told him to jump on the stream voice chan when he Oh, Darkblade 10107. Thank you very much for following, dude. Welcome to stream. Just because ain't no thing. Fair enough. There it is.
I bet that sounds weird, doesn't it, saying that?
Yeah.
You've not said that for a while.
What?
Thank you. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah. The voice channel. So I told him to join the voice channel, so maybe he'll join us during the podcast.
Sure.
TJ says, can the podcast just be us all abusing Toby until he arrives? Okay, so what we're going to do for the next 20 minutes is abuse Toby until he arrives. So Toby with an I is a big girl.
He is a very big girl, and he's also a bit of a, I don't know. I mean, for you premium subscribers, we've had a battle report out today.
Mm-hmm.
You'll totally understand what I mean when I say he's not all there.
He's very funny. Damn it, Mike, you haven't done a premium video in 3 weeks. No, I released a premium video today, like an hour ago.
No, it wasn't even that, like 30 minutes ago.
It was literally like an hour ago. Toby does have a small head, especially on the channel artwork. The new channel artwork that I've not spoken about yet.
A Gumba head, that's what he's got.
It does look like a Gumba. I can't believe that Naily guy's only just followed us on Twitch. What a nightmare.
Christ.
That's Big G who can't stop rolling sixes when he keeps saying, I'm going to subscribe if I roll a 6. So it has been pretty terrible, but like these next few weeks, I'm going to make sure I make up for lost time in regards to content.
Did you notice something about my Celestine? What I've only just remembered myself.
Dan, you've just ruined what you're painting.
Well, I'm not painting it. That's what I'm saying. I've just looked at it on the shelf. I've missed the birds.
You idiot.
She's got birds hanging off her cape, hasn't she?
Darkblade says I followed you twice. Why did you follow us twice?
Because we're great.
I mean, I appreciate you following us twice, but why have you had to follow us twice rather than just once? Which is weird.
So that good?
Yeah, maybe. I am that Naily guy. Oh, okay, so Darkblade and that Naily guy is both Big G. I'm actually really liking this setup because I've got like the microphone on my chest, which is like the perfect distance to talk into it. How does it look to you, Dan? Does it look okay?
It looks weird.
I'm super comfortable, but I can do this.
You need to get a new mic.
Is anyone a fan of PewDiePie? Because I can definitely do this. 1 second.
Hello there.
Are you ready for this, Dan?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yep, go for it. You weirdo.
I'm like 180 degrees now. How cool was that? Was that cool?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can do that at work all the time.
You what, sorry?
I can do that at work all the time.
Well, I can do it at home. Whilst
I
editing.
can do it at home. I just don't have any wheels.
Oh, you're gonna be. Say something again.
So I just don't have any wheels.
Okay. I did scratter. You need some blue fish on the table. So we're going to have Tao on very soon. Tanky's currently on holidays, having a well-deserved break. But as soon as he comes back, we're going to like smash out the reports.
And my Tao have moved on, unfortunately.
I don't think your donation notifications are on. Have you sent a donation? Oh, Jake Hort. Oh, mate. Thank you very much for the £10 donation. I completely missed that. I'm using some different software to look at the chat. So I didn't actually see that. He says, using Knights, Admech, and Dark Angels for the game. Knights include Lancer, Porythian, Castellan, and a Valiant.
Holy Christ.
Nice. Dan, can you watch the YouTube chat for me?
Yeah, I can watch the YouTube chat.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Jay. That's very nice of you.
Yeah, thank you, mate. I've only just seen it myself.
Yeah. I've just missed something else as well.
Do you know what we are missing?
What are we missing?
Toby.
We are missing Toby. Elster, how you doing? Octus Primer, hello. I think we just have to make a start, Dan. We've like spitballed for 20 minutes now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Urian too, welcome. Thank you very much again, Jay. So we're going to start the podcast, and Toby might join us halfway through. He might not, but we'll see.
We're literally just going to start, and he's going to turn up later.
Probably. He'll be like, well, and then you'll hear the butter from Discord.
Yeah. All right, boys.
All right, boys. Okay, you ready, Dan?
I'm ready.
Is everyone in the chat ready? That was a yes.
I think we've got yes.
Brilliant. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Hellstorm Wargaming podcast number 12 or 13. It's number 13. It's number 13. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the next podcast. Hi, my name's Mikey, and I've got a friend on the phone.
On the Telefonica. Hello.
It's Dan. How
it's
you
the
doing,
usual,
Dan?
man, just not in the usual place.
You're not in the usual place, are you? Normally you're here in this studio with me, but today you're on the phone.
I'm on the telephone.
That's because you're Dan 2 rather than Dan 1. You were Dan 1 in all of our hearts, but then you left me.
No, I'm Dan 1 because it's proven if people watch battle reports.
So today we are going to be talking all about Into the Hellstorm 2, which is our ITC major event, which was just over a week ago. Ended over last weekend. And then we're going to talk about maybe Into the Hellstorm 3, which is our next one, kind of like things we've done and ready for and changed.
We're definitely going to be talking about it.
Yeah. And then we're going to talk about Hellstorm Doubles, which is our other event that we also running, which is actually before Into the Hellstorm 3, but it's not an ITC.
No, it's a bit of fun.
And then probably just see what happens and then call it a night. How's that sound to you, Dan?
Chilling.
Does that sound alright?
Sounds good to me.
Wicked.
I mean, I'm currently painting, so yeah.
Yeah. I should say that we record this podcast live on Twitch, YouTube, and currently Facebook. Still deciding whether it's worth it. But, you know, if you are watching on Facebook, then thank you very much for tuning in. We can record it live every 2 weeks on a Wednesday evening around 7 or 7:30 p.m. UK time. Currently British summertime because it's nice weather, isn't it?
It's not bad. It's warm today.
18 degrees today, guys. But there you go. If you listen to the podcast back, I don't know what platform you're listening on, but you can listen to it on Spotify, on SoundCloud, and on iTunes. Ooh.
Because without Prona, that's it. Everything's on.
All them ones. If there's any platform that we're not currently on, then do let us know and we'll try and get it on there for you. Can't get it on Podbean, though, because that's going to cost me more money.
The PlayStation.
You can listen to it on the PlayStation because you can watch it on YouTube and Twitch. You can watch it in video format. So there you go. Covered it all covered. If you want to support
let's get it on PSN.
You want to get it on PSN, on the PSN store. Wicked.
Yeah, you've got to get it on there. You've got to pay $49.99 a month to listen to us.
If you want to support the podcast, you can't buy it currently on PSN. However, you can share the videos or share the podcast with your friends. Tell all your buddies about it and tell them to tune in live or just generally listen to the podcast. You can comment on the videos or the podcast or leave us a rating on iTunes. We currently have a few ratings. It's 5 out of 5 because we are 5 mega awesome podcast.
Well, we've done 12 over 13 though.
Yeah. That's 5 plus 5 plus a bit extra. We got that little bit extra just for you guys.
Yeah, and we'll keep doing it until we get to 15.
Yeah. Otherwise, which is going to be in a month. There you go, May.
Yeah.
May Day, number 15.
I think, actually, if we've timed it right, 15 should be Slanesh time.
It should be, which would be cheeky. But there you go. Also, if you want to support the podcast financially, you can also subscribe to hellstormwargaming.co.uk, which is our website, which is where we host all of our content currently. And we also host more content, which is only available on there if you subscribe for merely $3.99 a month.
Hashtag please subscribe.
Yeah. Also, if you subscribe at any time during if you subscribe any time during April, you'll also be put in with a chance to win a copy of Shadow Spear. Ooh. So all subscribers during April will be put in a chance to win there. We're doing that at the end of the month. So I think that's all the hoo-ha out the way, Dan.
Yep, all the admin.
Yep. So normally we have a food review section now.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Have you got anything you can eat to hand? I mean, the only thing I've got is paintbrushes.
Well, the thing is, Dan, is what I thought is not only was I not planning on having anyone here, so I couldn't do a food review by myself. Also, it's the 13th podcast. It's very unlucky to eat food on the 13th.
Unless you're Skaven.
Darkblade.
Just go and get a rat. Just go find a rat. We'll eat that.
No, okay. Darkblade says 5 + 5 plus another bit. Mikey's proving his competency as a head TO. It's a good job I'm not a head TO.
That means probably Pete probably won the event.
Yeah, probably.
If you guys were scoring.
So today, as I said, we're going to skip the food review. We're going to do a super cool food review for you in the next podcast to catch up. Thanks to TJ Ray. He's actually sorted us a new, a longer bed on our food review music soundbite.
Yeah, because when you looped it, it had the intro again, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So now it's even longer. It's like 10 minutes long. So we don't have to loop it.
Can you make it like 9 minutes and 99 seconds so I can put it in like somebody's stream?
9 minutes and 99 seconds?
Yeah, because it has to be less than 10 minutes, doesn't it? Well, you know what I mean. 9 minutes and
slowly.
59 seconds. Yeah.
I thought I was bad at math.
It's because I'm thinking money, innit?
Yeah. Stop thinking about money. Terrible.
Yeah, but if you did that, I can put it in everybody's stream.
That'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
So Dan.
Yes.
We ran an event.
We did.
A while ago.
Pete's in the chat. He's put no chance. Bless him.
Yeah. So TJ said he's going to sort out that music for you.
Yeah.
So, just over a week ago, so it was not this weekend, just gone the weekend before. I was currently recording on the 17th of April, so it ended on the 7th. It was 10 days ago. There we go. We held our first major ITC event, which is a weekender event. It was actually our second tournament as a team that we ran.
Yeah.
I'd run one tournament previously to any Hellstorm events, which was a 8-man kill team event.
Yeah, that were in Sheffield.
No, it was at Sanctuary as well.
Was it Sanctuary?
Yeah, we had a kill team tournament one evening.
I wasn't there. I was in Ibiza.
Okay, typical. Anyway, so it was actually our second event we'd run as a team. It was a 64-man ITC major, so ITC has 3 levels of tournament. It has an RTT, our Rogue Trader tournament, which is 16 man or less, I think. I think it's up to 16 is an RTT.
Jay Court's just give us a number 5, but glad there isn't a food review. This isn't the Great British Bake Off. Thank you for that, man.
Thanks very much for the donation, but we always have a food review unless I'm on my own. If Dan was here in the studio with me, then we would have reviewed some food.
I mean, I've got some pink lemonade we can review if you want.
I'm okay, Dan. What's that? Chat stop scrolling. Just double check. There you go.
Yeah, so an RTT.
Yeah, so 16 players is an RTT, or a Rogue Trader tournament. So this is what they'd consider a small day event, like a one-day event. And then a GT, or a Grand Tournament, according to the ITC, by the way, is 60. I think it's over 32, maybe.
Yeah, it's all 32 to 34, isn't it?
Yeah, so an
Or
RTT must,
33, sorry.
an RTT
It's-
must be up to 31 players, and then 32
Yes.
is a grand tournament. But then a major, which is, you know, one of the
Us.
us, along with things like the Northwest Open / Last Chance Open, Caledonia events, the LGT, they count as majors. They are 64 man plus.
The SNGT as well now.
The SNGT is also an ITC major, yeah. According to the ITC. So we scraped in with a 64 whole players descending on Sanctuary Gaming Centre in Sutton Ashfield. I knew it. There he is. I just heard him.
Hello,
Hi, Toby.
everybody.
Hello there.
Sorry, I'm late. Hello there.
Hello there.
So now we are going to have to do the sound check live. So let's just go silent for a second. Cool. Let's do the sound check.
Hello, Mikey. I love you.
Time to call this, bro.
Does Toby sound okay?
Mate, I am so depressed.
Why?
Because it's 8 o'clock and I've just walked in. I left my house at 6:45 this morning.
Well, it's time to talk about Warhammer. You ready?
Hell yeah, my dude.
You ready, Dan?
I'm ready.
Right, let's go back into it. So Toby's just joined us. Hi, Toby.
Hello, Mikey, and the stream.
Yeah. So we're just going to carry on with the conversation. You're just going to join in. Is that okay?
Yep, that's absolutely fine. I'm currently painting 9 Talos, so I could do with some company.
Brilliant.
Snap.
So John Hickton has just corrected me that 58 man tournament is an ITC major. So we scraped him with an extra 6 players. Look at us.
Smashed it then.
Smashing life.
That's not a scraping, Mikey. That's a smash, mate.
Is it a smash? Smash or pass?
Definitely smash.
Everyone's saying Toby's a little bit quiet.
That is my end. Let me move my microphone.
Yeah.
Hello, is that better?
Hope so.
Jay Court on the chat says, "What time do you call this, Toby?"
Exactly. Only 30
I
minutes
apologise,
late.
everybody.
No worries. Let's go back.
Does everyone know the story? Does everyone know why I'm late?
No,
Or do they just think I can't be
because you're a
bothered? and I'm
scumbag.
like- Yeah, that's
I
right.
mean, we didn't obviously tell them the right story.
Do you tell them I was like selling my body on a street corner somewhere?
Yeah.
Might have been.
I was on my quest to change my name from Toby with an I to Toby with a Y.
Unlucky.
You needed a whole quest line for that.
Yeah, mate. Legendary item at the end.
How many
Oh,
XP?
wicked.
10, all the XP.
It's actually
All
in a
the
loot box.
XP.
It's just in a loot box, really, isn't it?
It's just a loot box at the end of it,
All the XPs.
and all you get in it is a potion.
A potion of name change.
Yeah.
Cut Toby some slack. It takes a while to draw all those hearts above his names.
Well, see, right, this is why I was late. I've literally been on for about 5 minutes and I've been slammed like 4 times already.
Right. Shall we kind of start that a little bit again?
Please continue.
Okay. Give me a second. We need to we have to go super quiet so I know where to cut it when I'm editing it later. Hacks.
Okay.
So last week, 10 days ago, we ran our first major tournament. A major,
Major.
as I've been corrected, is a 58 or more entrant event.
I didn't think it was
According
that
to
low,
the
actually.
ITC. It does seem quite low, doesn't it? 58.
No, that's not low. If you think about it on the grand scheme.
Well, it's not low, but do you know what I mean? I thought the 64 was like the minimum.
Yeah, I thought 64 was the minimum. That's why I made the event 64 man.
Well, you know what they say, guys. If you shoot for the moon, you fall amongst the stars. So.
Ooh.
You've definitely used that before. Is that how you got to live here?
100% heard it today. Not gonna lie.
Don't lie.
You know what?
It's
I
original
heard a new
content.
phrase yesterday called "it's a bit like a damp squib," right?
A
Which
damp
means-
squib.
Yeah, which it
Damp-
basically means something's a bit rubbish or a bit like meh. But I never
Damp
heard that
squib.
phrase, but I heard it twice yesterday. How weird's that?
You could change it to a bit like a grey night, and then it would be the same thing.
Yeah,
No,
a grey night.
it wouldn't.
Grey night
It'd just be
smite
one
is a damp
damage.
squib.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, so yeah, we ran our first major event, which is a weekend event, and I've got to say, boys, I know obviously we ran it, we're the organizer, but I think it went all right.
Wait. Are you going to say one damage?
I think it went 1 damage. The only I think it went really well. The only issues were things that were out of our control with external things such as BCP.
Yeah, so we had
We
a
just had
minor
another
issue.
donation from Jay Court, by the way. This guy has got more money than anybody ever.
Hmm.
He's just donated another £10.
Oh, what a legend!
Thank you,
Thank you
Jay.
very much, Jay. What did he
What a
say?
hero.
Yeah, for painting 9 Talos, no wonder you guys are on your own.
Oh god. It's for the channel, mate. It's not for personal use.
It's not for the
Don't
channel.
lie.
100% personal.
I'm pretty sure we've got 9 Talos for the channel already.
Yeah, we've got about 18 now, so don't worry about it.
Open play coming up.
Yeah, banish that rule of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Talos and Talos beef.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So,
as you were saying,
John
Mikey.
says,
Continue.
I think it's 58 because it allows for dropouts without losing the status. That makes sense. 10% dropout is 6, so, well, 6 and a bit.
That is 0.8 of a person, dude.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that 0.8 of a person.
You just play with just your legs.
Yeah. Anyway.
Still better than
So
you.
yeah, so we had an issue during round 3 where BCP actually crashed as I was doing the pairings. And what it did, it doubled up all of the tables and then mixed everybody up. So we...
Yeah, because Nikos were playing 2 people, weren't he?
I think about 50 of the 64 players were playing 2 people because there was twice as many tables. It wasn't even like they just went, there's like 128 tables now. It was like table 1, table 1, table 2, table 2, table 3, table 3. It was horrific. But thankfully we were a sponsored BCP event because I managed to message them on the Friday night. They went, what cool events are running at the weekend? If you tell us about it, we'll sponsor it. So I got the event sponsored on the Friday night before the event. And then we had issues on the Saturday, so I was like messaging him, being like, "This is the sponsors event. This is an outrage." But we got
respect my daughter.
Yeah, it's like you've like sponsored this event because I told you to, and now you're not keeping up. But no,
Sponsorship's great though because it helps create more traction for the event because it means the rosters are public, right?
Yeah, so all the lists are actually public. If you have BCP, you don't actually have to pay to go and look at all the past lists. Like they have a subscription service where if you pay like I think it's like £5 a month or something, you can look at all of the lists that have been in BCP ever currently, which is pretty cool. But
BCP
if it's a sponsored event, then all the lists are free to look at. So you can actually look at the winning lists right now. But yeah, so BCP, like as much as I was just saying what I was saying, they were actually really cool and really responsive, and they really helped us out during that time. We had to just basically reset the pairings and repair everybody, but thankfully we'd sorted it all out, got it right anyway, so which is good. So that was like one of the issues. Another issue is I think we didn't tell people afterwards like how many favorite army and favorite game votes they got, which I think a lot of people wanted to know.
Yeah,
but it's a lot of people. We've asked all the players who attended the tournament to give us feedback about it, and there was like the things that came up. The main one was we want to know how many favorite army and favorite player votes we got.
Yeah.
So we've basically added that as a soft score for the next event, whereas that'll be used as a tiebreaker, so it's not really going to come into effect. But if 2 people are on the exact same ITC points at the end of the event, they'll get 1 extra ITC point for every vote they get. So
yeah, because that can still happen, can't it? I mean, even if we go to can it still happen if we go to a 6th round?
No, I don't think so. Not a 6th round.
At 6th round, it won't happen. Currently, you could have 2 people on 5 wins. It didn't happen this time, but you could have 2 people on 5 wins and potentially be on the exact same ITC
Very
points.
similar score.
Well, just because it doesn't happen at the top, it could still happen at any point throughout the event,
exactly.
even at a 6th round.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have it. You'd have a true winner, but you wouldn't have true placings. So we've basically said that like if we add a single ITC point on, it doesn't make enough difference where if someone gets a favorite army vote, they'll jump like 9 placings, but it just helps break up the ties.
I think the SN guys added 2 for each one you got, which is why I got bumped up to 22nd. So I was originally 25th, I think.
Yeah.
And then obviously because they did they weren't originally doing it, and then they added them on, didn't they? That's why everyone's lists kind of went jingled up all of a sudden.
Yeah,
which is cool.
So don't just play well, but be a nice guy, guys. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I said, we've taken some stuff on board. So
Don't be a dick.
so all the army and player votes will be available in BCP, so you'll be able to see how many you get after the event.
Mhm.
Also, our event was quite heavily restricted in terms of list building. So what we dub the mono faction. So you can't take like multiple codexes unless it's a specific army like Gene Stealer Cults. And you can't usually mix any of the keywords, like, say, take Raven Guard and Imperial Fist together, for example. Not that you would, because they are both terrible. But you couldn't.
Raven Guard aren't good.
Okay, Mr. Space Marine Messiah.
They are terrible.
People
Says the
but
guy
the
who's
people
doing
play what they
ITC.
want.
Yeah. However,
Who's doing
the
ITC with Space Marines.
yeah, the ITC, obviously, this is an ITC event, but, like, our challenge that we kind of set ourselves, our, like, in-channel competition, was to try and become the best in a faction that we chose. And what you had to do was that before was you had to have your largest detachment determining what faction you counted as. However, like a week after our event, or maybe less than that, I think it was like a couple of days
It was
after
like
our
2
event.
days, yeah.
Yeah, the ITC best in faction requirements changed. So now they have basically gone mono codex rather than mono faction. Whereas if you count as a faction, if you have no other faction in your list, so if you have not orcs, let's say Space Marines again with an Imperial Knight, you would have normally counted as Space Marines if you had a single Knight, but now you actually just count as Imperium, which I totally agree with. It makes list building really hard when you go into an event if you want to stay one faction, but like I totally agree with it.
It was so funny because originally we all planned on playing Imperium armies, and then I completely stopped because the army I wanted to play wasn't good enough on their own. And now I'd have to play them on their own.
Yeah, exactly.
No more super mono faction.
So they changed how
I like that it's a choice, which is quite good because you don't have to obviously do mono faction.
No.
Well, it's always been a choice.
No, I mean though, like they've not gone right. Everyone has to be mono faction now.
Oh right,
yeah.
Like
However, so what we've done is we've changed how our list building works. What we've essentially done is opened it up for everybody.
Opened the vaults, boys.
Opened the vaults.
Opened
the chapter vaults.
So our next tournament is going to be mono faction or mono codex according to the ITC, which people were kind of like. I think it got a little bit of a mixed reaction. I won't lie. A lot of people are like, well, this is cool because now it's fair because Drakari could do it in our our way anyway. Geez, the cults could do it anyway. But now it's like everybody can do it. But at the same time, obviously there are issues with some codexes such as Orcs and Tau where they can like completely maximize their list now because they don't have allies. Whereas everyone else can now maximize their list, but they still can't take allies. If that makes sense. So, what do you guys think to it?
Yeah, I like it. I like the way the ITC have done it anyway. So I think it's just keeping up with the times, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of ironic that the whole thing will buff the army that won the event.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a result of a benefit for more people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like we don't make the rules for the armies, so we can't really control it 100%. But we try our best.
Balance it.
Because a lot of people are complaining that Drakari, who are arguably one of the strongest codexes, could take
well,
more
you've
than
seen
two.
from the GT an hour event, right? There's guys
exactly.
who are tables almost all day.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I'm also trying to get something across. Hi, Grenla, how you doing, dude? We are watching the chat, but we're also trying to stay on topic. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so like in our last event, like Drakari could take Coven and a Cabal, or Coven and a Witch Cult, because Dark Eldar are so broken down in the Codex that if you said you can only take one of them, then they'd be really, really restricted.
Like you just always take a Cabal, basically.
Yeah, and you'd literally just have a battalion and an air-wing.
Yeah.
Or another faction. You never have any more because you can only have 3 Archons.
Yeah, exactly. And so you're like, okay, well, we'll open it up for them, but then they're also one of the strongest codexes, so you're kind of like giving them their optimized build anyway, which is an air wing and then Coven. you know, or Cabal and Coven.
Yes, it was kind of like, so everyone's restricted, but Drakari, you can have this, and you can be better than everyone because you have this to a certain extent.
Yeah, and Gene Stealers again, because they're basically written into the codex that they can ally. We were like, okay, well, Gene Stealers can do it, but they're the two best codexes.
Yeah, the Drakari Codex is like the ugly duckling, isn't it? It's like you can restrict it as much as you can only take one thing, but then it's probably the weakest. Well, not the weakest, but it's not as strong as being able to add other stuff in.
Yeah.
But then when you give it that option, well, that's it. When you give it that option, it then becomes a bit stupid.
With Drakari, unless you're playing Cabal, any other like any Coven or Witch, if you made it you had to only take one Cabal or one Witch, then like you get like 2 units spammed because that's all I've got.
Well, that's it. And I think the thing is as well that there is no like Archon characters. I mean, there's Drazar, which you can take.
Garbage.
So, but there's just no point in taking him because he's rubbish.
Yep.
And even then, he's not actually Cabal, so there's no Cabal characters. Whereas, like, obviously, the Witch ones have Lilith
and characters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
and obviously, you've got Urian, haven't you?
Yeah. So we've opened it up for everybody, so everyone is on the same page, and it's kind of like it's a community voted way of doing it rather than ours, because it is how the ITC have decided to do monofaction. So we're gonna see how that works. If it's too much, then we might change it for Hellstorm 4. But no one saw that come in.
Man, I remember when this was just a pipe dream and we were working on a Google Doc rules pack, man. Now look at us flying.
Look at us. Hellstorm 4 and 5 are already in planning.
Damn,
I'm still sat in my my hobby room painting the same stuff.
That's not true. I swear to God, you paint like a ridiculous rate, Dan. There's no way you're painting the same stuff.
I did do 13.5 hours on Sunday and painted
majority
of the army.
Yeah.
Dan's like, I'm having a painting day. Turn around and paint like a full 2,000 points. You're like, wow, that was fast.
Amsterdam Battle Brothers said, in ITC, Nurgle is a faction, meaning you can mix CSM, Death Guard, and Demons Codex, right? Yeah, so as long as every unit has the Nurgle keyword, then you can mix them all together according to
That sounds very AOS.
Yeah.
Grand Alliance Nurgle.
Yeah, so the full list of factions that you can run in the ITC whilst being monofaction there's actually a list in our document. The link is in our document, but you can also search ITC faction. I think it's just ITC faction rules, and then it tells you. So there's like a chart, and it's like Imperium, and then it's like it breaks it down to like a Space Marines, and it tells you what you can mix in Space Marines, for example.
Did we get to a conclusion regarding detachment rules, Mikey?
We basically kept the detachment rules the same.
Okay.
So you have to take a battalion or a brigade, unless you're Imperial Knights, then you have to take a super heavy detachment, and you can't duplicate detachments.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, because everyone's
Imagine
like
the Skaven Lightning thing you thought we get. Just thinking then like that'd be ridiculous.
No, thank you. Keep that out.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
you can now take endless spells.
The Geontological power is worse because you just have to take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. Take it off.
There's a clip going around on Twitch from an event of the Mental Onslaught
Castle,
and everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is horrific," and everyone else is like, "Well, people like us are like, this is like 4 weeks old. It's just live action of it rather than
this is normal, dude. This just happens."
Yeah.
So when you see someone get punched in a McDonald's on a night out, no one looks. They just go, "Yeah, it's normal."
Yeah, it's normal, bro. It's 2 a.m.
It's normal. Where my chicken nuggets, man. Come on.
Yeah. So you can't mix Space Marine codexes, but you can mix in that codex. So you can't have Space Marines and Blood Angels together, but you can have Raven Wing and Deathwing together, for example, if they don't.
Yeah, the Codex Adeptus Astartes specifically.
Well, they are just Blood Angels anyway, so they're just units. They're not a faction, are they?
Yeah. John Hickton says, just a shame you're playing the wrong points, but nothing's perfect, right? Yeah, so it is a 1750 point event, controversially. But we like 1750 because it changes things at the top. It's just different. And we also play 1750 a lot on the channel, so it lines up with us.
It means people like John Hickton can't just copy and paste a list from the internet.
Yeah, you can't just go on BCP and look for a 2,000 point winning list and just bring that.
Sorry, John, please don't hit me.
Got him.
Yeah, I was talking to a few people yesterday who were playing games, and they were like, "Oh, it'd be great if it'd be 2000." It was like, "Yeah, but then you've got time restraints, and not everyone finishes on time."
But it's a conversation I've had with John actually about time and 1750, and like personally, I don't think 1750 to 2K makes that much of a time difference.
No, I don't either. With some armies, it makes little to no difference because it could literally just be an extra unit.
Yeah, but
and then
it's just-
realistically, that's like what, extra 2 minutes every phase, if that.
yeah,
Maybe even less.
But it just, as I said, because we play 1750 a lot on the channel anyway, it just kind of like lines up with us. And again, you can't just go, what won last week, we'll bring that, because it's more than likely going to be 2K.
Yeah, because you're obviously making sacrifices in that list, aren't you? So.
Yeah. So
we'll also come. Sorry, go on, Mikey.
Go on, you're right.
I think what also compounds the whole novel list building aspect is the fact that everything has to be strict WYSIWYG.
Yeah.
So it will never be as simple as, I'll just play what won last week, unless you physically have the models.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do that anyway. So
yeah, this is true. It just keeps it easy. You know what I mean? It's like people you do naturally play a little bit faster. Not like a major not like 30 minutes difference in game, but you have less stuff on the board. Your list building has got to be a little bit more unique because of the rules pack itself. Also, the fact that it's lower points. So hopefully it just keeps things interesting. Like we had Tau in the event, which I don't think Tau's won a major event in donkeys. Obviously, the meta's completely different because of how the list building is done. But it's kind of like
there is an argument that says that Tau were even stronger outside of our list building, or one of the weaker armies in our list building, though. So, certainly against Drakari, like if you put them on paper, you'd expect Tau to lose against Drakari.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. I mean, specifically in our list format. Let me just make that clear. Not generally, just specifically in our list, in our rules pack, rather.
Yeah.
And you've got to say, don't forget that Manny's actually a very good player as well. So
yeah, of course he is, and that helps.
John says, "You carry on being special snowflakes. All the power to you." Fair enough. Yeah, I said, that's literally what it is. It's like we play 1750, so we just thought we'd keep it in line. So, and also Sanctuary.
Do you know anything that's always frustrated me about Warhammer players in general? And I'm not bashing the community, and I'm more than happy to accept criticism for anything. I think criticism is important. But if you buy a pack of crisps, you wouldn't eat them and go, "I didn't like them. I don't know why I bought them." But like when people buy tickets to an event, you see months in advance the rules pack, right? And then people criticize it after they bought a ticket. Like just don't buy the ticket.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It frustrates me a little bit, and that's not you, John. I'm not directing this at anyone in particular. But if you have a certain way of playing 40k, then go play it that way. That's absolutely fine. We're not going to stop you from doing that. But that's just what we decided.
Rules are there. That's what they're for.
I suppose.
Sorry if that was a bit passionate.
It was a little bit passionate. It's okay.
Are you all right, Toby?
No, I'm not. I've had a long day. Again, that was absolutely not directed at anybody in particular.
Yeah. Jay Court, thank you very much for following on Twitch, and also thank you very much for subscribing on Twitch. What a legend!
Is it Ace on Twitch chat? Because I'm on YouTube chat.
Ace is chatting on the Facebook because we're live in 3 places.
Oh my god, there's so much to keep up with. I can't do it.
What are you on, Toby? Are you on YouTube? I'll go on the Facebook.
What are you on, Toby?
Isn't
YouTube.
Always available pre-event. This is true.
For some events, that's totally true.
For some events, that's totally true. For our events, we did pre-sale some tickets to tournament attendees, but we basically explained to them what the pack would be, but we didn't put the tickets on general sale until the pack was already out. It's kind of like something I started. It's like I'll never put tickets on general sale without the pack being available. The pack might change,
I completely agree.
but it won't like drastically change. It'll always be like, this is roughly what's going to happen. We just need to update it according to what GW do.
Yeah, you put like slight caveats in there. Like if an FAQ comes out before said date, this is what will happen, kind of thing.
Going back to the packet crisps analogy, you wouldn't buy a packet of crisps if it was just an empty packet. Not an empty packet, but like it was just foil on the outside. If you didn't know what you were getting,
it's like a mystery bag. You can have this barbecue or a mystery bag.
Ace is right. You are a snowflake.
Pardon? Is Ace triggered you?
Is Ace triggered me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just triggered generally, dude.
Is it because you're a special snowflake?
Yeah, man. Oh God. What's the point, man? I literally come out. I've got about 2 and a bit hours, and I'm back at.
He's back at work in 10
This is
minutes.
literally what this is about.
Literally. Do you know what the worst bit is? Right, we've got a stock take next week, and in the meeting as well about just about general stuff.
Yeah.
My manager was like, "Do you want a hotel?" I was like, "What?
Wicked.
What's that?" Because we were supposed to finish at like 11 and starting at 7. Like,
Oh, wow.
stop.
I should butt in because Jay Court has just cheered 1,000 bits. Thank you very much, buddy. That's very nice of you. You are a bit of a legend. I really appreciate it.
It could be a packet of Brussels sprouts crisps. Nick is completely right. Nobody wants Brussels sprout crisps.
I mean, I quite like sprouts.
I mean, I'd
Stop
definitely
that.
try there was a snack
Stop
review.
that.
Can we snack review some Brussels sprout crisps?
I don't know if you can find them. If you can find them, go ahead.
We did pea flavored crisps.
Yeah,
What, like
they were pretty good.
PEA or PEE?
Whatever you choose, bro.
Oh
and
my God.
And we did do curry cheese last week, and that was
Curry
Yeah,
cheese is terrible.
that was horrendous. Don't even know why I tried that.
For the
I think I
meal,
could smell it from my house, and I live like 45 miles away. Disgusting. I should have tried some actually on Sunday. But...
Ace just tops it off with "We love you, Toby." Someone's got to make the tea, right?
the irony is, I've never actually made a cup of tea for a long time, but I respect that old school reference. Big fan of that.
Yeah, Toby hearted eyes with dots his eyes with a heart and a capital T, right?
I actually bring the abuse on myself because I snap too fast.
You do. Anyway.
I have to yeah.
Anyway, back on track.
About Hellstorm.
So that was a bit of a tangent about the list building in the next event. But the other things that went well, we had a really cool gin bar. Do you remember the gin bar, boys?
Yeah, the gin bar was pretty good.
I did.
I thought the whole point is you're supposed to not remember.
It's a shame we couldn't get absolutely trotted, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I was drinking gin at like 10 a.m. It was great. Like our first event, into the eye of the Hellstorm, the first one, which got, dropped into the Hellstorm. It's much easier to say. Like I was like panicking all day, making sure everyone was having fun, and like then the spreadsheet broke and I really panicked. But then this event, I was just drinking and having a great time. So I enjoyed the event overall as the head TO.
I mean, yeah, we were just sat playing board games, those guys. I'm not gonna
lie. Toby is going to turn up at the weekend and be rejected. No swapsies. What do you mean, Dan? And Jay Court says, if Toby's making a tea, mine's milk and 2 sugars. There you go. Jay Court has spoken.
Wait, is that what they said, Dan?
Yeah.
What?
You're getting brutally beaten down here, mate.
No. What did he say that on?
We said that on Twitch. I won't worry about it, mate.
What, like, as in, it's about ticket.
You're getting triggered. He's winding you up. You're live on a podcast.
Oh, but listen here, I tell you. I paid my monies. I'm playing
says,
games.
Can you do a Hellstorm podcast after dark where you're just going and let rip and rant? Put an 18+ rating on it. Well, the stream does actually have an 18+ rating on.
We could do. We should just do an X-rated one day. That'd be quite fun after a few beers.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, so we had a cool gin bar, which is really cool. We're hoping to have the gin bar back for Hellstorm 3. We also had Big Tony. Do you guys remember Big Tony of the Dumpling Shack? So we had some really awesome.
Big, were he?
No, that's why I called him Big Tony, because he was short.
Ah, okay.
So we
That's
had
why they call me Little Toby.
That's why they call you Little Toby. We had some really awesome Jamaican dumplings and chicken and mutton curry. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Literally, everybody at the event said it was the best event food they've ever had, and that's not me blowing our own, but genuinely, so many people said that.
Who was it? I can't remember.
Mark Crumbleholm said it.
No, someone.
But yeah, it must have been good if Mark Crumbleholm said it.
I think Paul. I think it's Paul, the Drakari player Paul. I'm not gonna say his last name on stream, but like, I think it was Paul who said that like this food's amazing. I wish we could have it again, and he said it on the Saturday, and I was like, dude, you got it again tomorrow. It's a weekend event is back, But also, I have booked him for the next event, so we're going to have dumplings again. It is dubbed Into the Hellstorm 3 Revenge of the Dumpling. So, TJ says, I bought a ticket into the Hellstorm 3 just for the food, and he wasn't even there, so we've obviously talked about it a lot. We should just review dumplings next time.
Get him to make us some, especially for the next thingy.
The problem is they have to be hot to be right. That's the only issue.
We'll set him up in the studio then.
Oh, mate, shall we do a stream with Big Tony?
Let's do that.
That'd be amazing.
With Big T. Get Big T in.
I'm already here, lads.
Cater a shout, yeah, so Dumpling Shack based in Mansfield, so make sure you do check him out. He is absolutely, the food was pretty sick, and again, we've got him back.
Even John Scrimmins liked it, and he's a vegan, so.
Yeah.
He's not actually a vegan. I just wind him up about it. So.
He is pretty vegan.
Like, if there was ever a person you could look at, think he's probably a vegan, it would be John. So.
International 3 Return of the Dumplings. Yeah, so John, I'll explain it to you, right? It's basically like dumpling mixture, and then he like makes a pasty with like really nice Jamaican chicken, like jerk chicken and stuff, and like gravy and stuff, or curry or mutton, and then he deep fries the dumpling. So it's like a dumpling Cornish pasty, but it's not a pasty, it's a dumpling. Like
it's a fried,
it's like a crispy, it's like a fried crispy Cornish pasty, but way better. It was actually amazing. So, like when I went to pay him for the weekend, I was just like, dude, what are you doing on the 3rd and 4th of August? And he was just like, nothing. Why? I was like, because you're working again, mate. It was actually amazing. So, So, other than that, I think the event went well. Is there anything you guys want to add about the event? What you thought? What we did well? What we did badly? Let's talk about it. Let's talk honestly, openly.
There's nothing out of our control that we can, what went badly. I think
we're not perfect. Don't get me wrong.
No. I think the way the event was great. I mean, everyone did stuff to the job, or everyone did what they needed to do. We even got to play. Well, me and Neil got to play a couple of games because obviously certain dropouts and certain things happened, but. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything. The only thing I could say is sort of in Asheville, but that's nobody's fault.
No, it's just a really great venue.
There's no like. I mean, maybe the only thing we could do as a team next time is maybe try and organise some kind of
night out meal.
Yeah, something like that.
It kind of was one though. We all smashed Frankie Minis.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean, that wasn't everyone, was it? Though? Yeah,
it just happened. So.
It was organic.
So I think if we like kind of pre-book it in beforehand, that might be a little bit better.
Yeah. So a couple of things. As I said, we're going to make sure for the next event that people know if they got a favourite game or favourite army votes. And we're going to get little cards rather than little slips of paper for voting, which will be really cool. And we're going to... We had a lot of good feedback about the terrain, but... I wasn't happy with the fact that we didn't have all battle mats, so I'm hoping for the next event it's going to be 32 battle mats. We were 7 short this year, which was like not too bad compared to like last year when we had like 9. Now we're 7 short, so we're like the other end, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
but
but
I think
overall,
that's probably about it. I think that probably was it, like the battle mats.
Yeah.
But I think even then people were happy enough to play because of... I think the one thing we got right was the ilk of people that came.
The what, sorry?
The people that actually came.
Yeah, it's a really good bunch. Like everyone was really, really sound.
The ilk of people.
All right, Grandad.
They sound like a tribe. They sound like a tribe from somewhere, don't they? The ilk of people.
Yeah.
But no, I think the people that actually turned up they made the event as well.
Yeah, everyone was really, really cool. Like obviously, when we make an event, we make a WhatsApp group for the attendees, and an admin group. So what that does is gives us a place to talk about any changes to the rules pack or generally update people. Also, like people made a bit of a meme of it. It's also a place for us to advertise our stuff, and what's happening. But also it lets people build a really good rapport with people they've never met. So when you're at the tournament, you feel like you already know everybody, even though you've never met them in your life.
Well, this is it. This is the thing I've noticed. Like having watched a few painting streams, is people are still talking about it now.
Yeah, which is really good. It's really amazing that like you can kind of. I feel like we built like a small community of gamers that didn't like a couple know each other obviously, but really kind of like bringing more people together. Like people coming from all over the country and all over like we even had like 3 of the Dutch guys from the Alliance Open and friends come over, which is really good. And everyone's like, we still got that group chat. It can get busy at times, so a lot of people are like, oh, this is too much, but like it's always there for an option. So we'll be making the Into the Hellstorm 3 chat very soon. I just want to get the artwork finished because I'm waiting for Scrivo to finish drawing the Hellstorm 3 artwork, which is delayed until next week. So
he's probably busy eating vegan food.
Probably. He's definitely not vegan.
He's eating them vegan sausage rolls, man. I actually went to Greg's for lunch, and someone ordered one, and I silently judged them. But
they're actually really nice.
I need to try one.
Oh, stop it! I'm not surprised you. I'm so not surprised you've tried one.
No, my mum works at Greg's, so of course I'm going to try one.
Yeah.
It's because that scarf you had on that made you try one.
Yeah.
That scarf of mint.
We're on Saturday, mate.
Memes you do. So, so that was Into Hellstorm 2. It was a really, really good event. I want to thank everyone who came, because you guys made it. But also, we then put on sale our tickets for Into the Hellstorm 3, which is our next ITC major. We're another 64-man event on the 3rd and 4th of August. And that was, we kind of did pre-sale for the first day, which is like...
Actually, before we finish on Hellstorm 2, I'm just going to say thanks to my wonderful fiance for selling loads of people tickets, which were quite funny. We sold a lot of tickets, and people got a lot of prizes.
Yeah, we gave away a lot.
So.
The raffle was sick.
So many people were commenting about that. It's like, where did you keep getting the prizes from? Because whatever you guys bought, we just bought back. We didn't keep it.
Yeah.
We put more prize support on for you guys. So
it's basically cycling the money.
Yeah, a lot of people were shocked, but in a good way at that.
Yeah.
What
was funny what was very funny was Carl, one of the attendees, was gonna buy Vigilus Ablaze, the second in Vigilus book, and it was on the shelf, so I bought it for the raffle, and then he won it in the raffle. So it was just hilarious. Are you guys there? I heard Dan die out a bit. Now I can't hear anything. No. 1 second.
Hello.
Hello. What happened there?
I couldn't hear you. He just died.
Yeah, he went really Necron, like we've just been invaded.
Yeah.
Mikey, sometimes on Discord, if you go to service, I'm not an admin, so I can't. If you go to server settings, sometimes you just change the location of the server to a different European site, and it fixes that lag.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I'm not the admin. I'm Dan. We're gonna have to deal with Dan.
Why am I the admin?
Well, it's gone now. It happens every now and again on Discord, but it's gone now, so it should be fine.
Oh well. Anyway. So yeah, so Carl bought that ticket, wanted the book, and then bought a ticket and won it anyway. So that was really cool.
Yeah, so he paid less for it.
Yeah, won it for £1. Mr. Bridges says hi from the Netherlands. Discovered you through Morehammer. Well, welcome, dude. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Morehammer also on the race for 10k subs.
I think
he came to our event. He had a great time. But yeah, so overall, Intel Storm 2 was really good. So thank you to everyone for coming. Yeah. Thank you to the sponsors. I'd list them out, but we've already done all that. And thank you for Sanctuary for being the venue. But obviously, we have Into the Hellstorm 3, which sold out in a record time of 4 hours, which was amazing. It was really cool. And we're going to start promoting that event because a lot of the sponsors who sponsored the last event are actually re-sponsoring this event, which is really, really, really cool. So we've got Scrivo sponsoring the event again. He's going to do a portrait for the favourite player, the hero of the storm. White Shark Gaming Studio is sporting both the doubles event and the next major. And Inside Out Miniatures Painting are also donating another commission prize, which is really nice. It's really, really cool. So, no, not those, Nick. None of that rubbish. Looks like the Discord has broken again.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Right, come back on.
So just be 1 second. Technical difficulties and all that rubbish.
The interwebs broke. This is because we were looking at Necron lists.
Probably.
They've clocked onto us, boys.
Really sorry, guys.
Yeah, Toby.
So I can't change it because you're in charge of the server, Dan.
Oh, am I in charge of the server? Right, okay, so what am I doing? Ah! Hello there.
Are you there, Toby?
Right. Well,
I am back now. Yep.
we're
Yeah,
on-
Dan's in charge of the server, so I can't actually change it.
Yeah, we could have headed to the other one, possibly.
We'll jump to the other one.
Yeah, just to try and avoid this random lag stuff.
Okay, there's a Team General chat. Oh no, Team Hellstorm chat.
Hello.
We gotta wait for Dan now.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries.
Sorry about this, guys. So we're having a bit of issue with Discord tonight.
Why are we so unlucky with technical services, man?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
Oh well.
It'd be nice if we were.
It's about how you handle the adversity is what's important.
Yeah, as long as everyone's having a great time. There you go, Dan's in there. So hopefully that's better.
Yeah, sorted. If it does mess up, do you know what to do? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Oh, never mind. I'm an admin. I can do it myself. I
Yeah,
think.
you deal with it. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
sure.
Right, let's get back into it.
Yeah, I'll sort it if it happens.
Cool.
What's my glue? Found it.
So that is kind of like a quick rundown of Into the Hellstorm 3. As I said, the WhatsApp group will be hopefully being made next week, if not the week after. But I hope everyone's looking forward to it. But have you guys got anything to add? If you want to chat about Into the Hellstorm 3?
Me personally,
You personally, Toby?
unfortunately, I do not,
No?
because I will not be attending.
You'll not be there, will you?
No, unfortunately not. Stupidly, I decided to begin my quest into life ship with my partner on the same day as Into the Hellstorm. Who would have known 5 years ago? Mikey should have texted me 5 years ago saying, "Can you wait 1 day, please?"
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you're
But-
moving in with Josh.
You what? Sorry?
So you're moving in with Josh.
You're
No.
really quiet, Dan.
I'm not moving in. It's just our anniversary, and it was really hard to just. Sorry, I can't do anything with you for our 5-year anniversary because I'm busy. What are you doing, Toby?
I thought you were
Running a
moving in.
tournament.
Yeah, I'll still be there. I'll still be in the chat. I'll still be helping with the rules pack. I just won't be there physically.
Yeah. Never mind.
But
So
it's still gonna be sick, and I'm
A bit like you anyway.
excited.
Dan, your microphone's like dropped out completely. Can you move closer to it for us?
What the fudge? Is that better?
No.
How about now?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, no, soon.
So yeah, so we also have the Hellstorm Doubles, which is a 1-day event on June 29th. That's going to be really fun. We're going to be running, rather than it's not ITC registered, so it's going to be Eternal War missions with a twist. It's going to have, there's going to be unique stratagems. Ooh. Just for, there we go. There's going to be unique stratagems just for that event where it's kind of related to like helping your partner out and stuff like that.
Oh my god!
So we're going to be like revealing them on the day. They're going to be super private all the way.
We actually wrote this rule pack on the way back from where were we coming back from?
Was it
Coming back
Gibraltar?
from weren't it? Yeah, coming back from Gibraltar.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really cool. So yeah, so there's currently, I think there's 6 tickets left for the Hellstorm Doubles. It's only 35 quid. It's only 1 day, but like we're just basically giving away loads and loads of prizes. So should be all right.
35 quid between you. Let me just point
Between
out.
you, yeah.
You don't
So
need
someone-
2 tickets per
someone
team. It's
bought 2
literally 1 ticket
tickets.
per team.
Yeah, so it's £35 per pair per double. So Moon 200 says hello from the toilet at work. Hi,
Lovely.
dude.
Great. Thanks.
Hello there.
So I think that's about it for the events in general. I don't want to just keep trying to sell you the tournaments and stuff. Like, I just wanted to say like how the last one went and what we decided to change for the next one. So
Yeah. So what we're talking about now? What we're doing this weekend?
thanks, Dan.
What are we talking about now?
What's next, lad? So
Okay, I talking about that.
so our next event that we're actually going to be playing in is the Spring Offensive, which is an event this weekend on Saturday at Element Games, which is in
It's where you
Stockport.
just say nasty things about your opponents.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're a Spring Offensive.
It's the Spring Offensive.
You get it.
Just put your muzzle on and go, I don't like how you painted them. And whoever says the most insults in the allotted time wins.
Yeah.
So that works.
So the Spring Offensive is a 40-man, 1-day, 3-round event with an out-of-date rules pack currently.
Yeah, big time.
You know what we said earlier?
Pardon?
We've just bought a bag of crisps that are completely tin foil.
Yeah. He's like, this rules pack will get updated just after chapter approved 18, and then it hasn't. So
I mean,
currently
to be fair,
it's using rulebook and chapter approved 17 missions.
because Tim's no longer at Element, is he? So
No.
he's
Oh, is
still
it? Really?
No, Tim, the organizer, it doesn't work there.
Yeah,
Oh, didn't know that.
yeah. So he's still the owner of the document. So I don't know if it's not been updated because he's not been there, or
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that does make sense, Dan, yeah.
yeah, who knows?
Who knows? But
Who
yeah,
knows?
so it's 2,000 points. I say it's ETC, so it's Eternal War and Maelstrom at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Ace's favourite game.
Ace's favourite game. I'm taking Space Marines.
Space Marines.
Yeah, so I'm taking the Space Marines because it is an ITC registered event. And obviously we are trying to get the best in faction, so I'm going to try and get best Space Marine player in the world.
Get them points, dude.
Is it not the first? It's like the debut for our challenge, isn't it? First event.
Well, Dan and Tank have got a head start because they played in our event.
Yeah, that didn't count.
There's absolutely no way I'm getting best Shikari player in the world. So
No.
No, it's best in Hellstorm, mate.
I'm the only Shikari player in Hellstorm to the event. So
Yeah, I mean, like who's ranked the highest? Out of
Yeah,
the-
so it's
Oh,
whoever
okay.
ranks highest in their thing. So if I get top 10, let's say I get 10. Dan, can you sort your microphone out, please, because it's a nightmare.
What are you doing?
Your microphone's way too quiet, and I can hear myself.
yeah.
You shouldn't be able
Echo.
to.
Is it a laptop?
Yeah, I think you've changed your sound settings when you've changed server. Sorry, guys.
I love it.
This is a bit of a crash course in how not to podcast. One.
That's kind of the
Don't use
joy
Discord.
of our podcast, man.
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a thing when I don't want it to become a thing.
Well, it's better when we're actually at the studio, but it's not that easy to get.
No.
Is that better?
That sounds better, yeah.
Do you know why? It's because I've got my PlayStation headset in, and it seemed to have knocked out my my actual
Yeah,
microphone on the desktop.
Makes sense. Okay.
I'll have
let's
a
carry
play
on.
around, see if I can do it.
Yeah, it sounds
No,
good.
that's
You
good.
hear yourself?
That's good.
Okay, I'll keep it like that.
Bob on.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's live, ain't it? Yeah, it's live. Live telly. Live telly is this.
Live TV.
Yeah.
Live on telly. Mikey
Right.
from
I love carpets, me.
Can you not tell everyone where I'm from, Toby?
I tagged it in the studio, man.
Yeah.
You were dressing.
So it's 3-round ETC, but obviously our mono faction challenge is what we call it, is to try and get the highest in that certain faction. So if I get 10th best Space Marine, you've got to try and get 9th or better best Drakari.
Great.
So
Rip.
so you've chosen what you thought was a strong faction, which it is.
So
But
yeah,
in
so
in
the
terms
actual
of the challenge, you are screwed.
Yeah, I actually spoke. I remember the conversation actually, and I kind of said instead of trying to be best in the faction, I'd rather just try and perform better generally. Because for me, it was Grey Knights or Drakari guys. Okay, so there's a massive difference, like a monumental difference.
Yeah.
and I didn't want to be a good Grey Knight player. I'd rather be someone who does well at events, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but you could have been the best Grey Knight player.
Yeah, but I'd still come last and be the best Grey Knight player.
You've got to be best at something, Toby.
I could not turn up, lose all 5 games, be the best Grey Knight player in an event.
I don't
In
think, I
existence.
think you're wrong. Some good Grey Knight players out there if they hit the right matchups.
Yeah, look at Mark.
Yeah, is that before or after chapter approved? Not chapter approved, sorry, the best in faction thing. Because if it was before the best in faction thing, I can guarantee it was 1,100 points of Grey Knight.
Yeah, probably.
Whereas now, 2,000 points of Grey Knights does not look right to teammates. It looks fine if you go down. If you go down to GW and play against a 14-year-old that's never played before, it's fine. But if you play an event with 2,000 points of Grey Knights,
do you get ITC points for beating up the 13-year-old?
if they play an ITC registered event, then yeah, you do. But generally
Usually
speaking, Games Workshop games on a Tuesday at 2 PM are not ITC registered event.
Why not, Toby?
Imagine if they were.
Why not? Because they got about 4 pieces of terrain on the board, and you play on a 3x3 or something.
That'd be horrendous if they were all ITC registered. You'd have literally have all the old guard in playing 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Spanking them in turn 1.
It's his first game. Be nice, yeah, right? Lads cannon, take him off, get him off.
Wait,
that's 24 damage, mate. Get him off. How
Evening
does it do
camo,
24 damage? I'm not going to tell you. Just take it off. What
that's
stratagem's that? It's called Vengeance for Jade. Take it off.
So I'm taking Space Marines. Toby, you're taking Drakari. Dan, what are you
what's in your
taking?
list, Mikey?
Are you taking Super Secret New Army?
Super Secret New Army, which we're going to be recording with tomorrow, which you might see on a live stream.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Is it Space Elves? It can't be Space Elves because you've got them all.
It's all Space Elves.
I might have
literally
gone,
everything that has pointy ears in Warhammer Dan goes yalla.
Literally, that's not even a joke or a meme.
Not even in Warhammer, because he plays.
He's got a picture of Legolas above his bed. Yeah.
No, I do actually have a picture of the.
He told me not one off to Orlando Blue.
Toby.
Yeah.
You're on the live stream, Toby. A family-friendly live stream.
It's 18 plus, man.
Only on Twitch.
Well, then watch on Twitch.
Quick, everyone jump over to Twitch.
Sorry.
Rip, demonetized.
So, Danju's in a brand new army. We're actually going to be filming in it tomorrow for Hellstorm Premium. If you are part of the Premium community, which is an exclusive Facebook group, then you'll be able to see that. An overview of that army. But also, if you want to have a look at Dan's Instagram, at Hellstorm Dan, you'll be able to see... You'll be able to see some like way progress pictures. TJ says, "Mom, Toby said a naughty word."
I actually didn't. I said knock. That's not naughty. You can contextualize that however you want, but I did not say a naughty word.
I suppose he's right. It's how people's minds work, isn't it? So
what do you mean? You suppose I'm right? I am right. Shut up, everyone.
This is getting out of hand already.
Maybe it was a bad idea asking Toby to come on after he's had a
Yeah, it was.
30 minutes of waiting for Toby.
The worst part is, you finish work late, and then I followed someone doing like 40 on a 60 all the way home.
Oh, me.
And I couldn't overtake, and it was depressed.
So it's like we spent 30 minutes stalling for Toby, spent 20 minutes trying to fix the stream. So I've really talked for about half an hour.
And I spent about 30 minutes behind someone doing 40. What's the point?
Can we get back on track onto about Warhammer now?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I can probably tell you my list if you wanted. Should we go through his lists?
I thought your army super secret though. We can't tell anyone about it.
But
how can you tell them your list without spoiling the secret?
Because I can tell them it's a brigade.
Let's take it back to the crisps. Here's my tinfoil packet, but the cheese and onion.
It's a brigade and it's 2,000 points. That's all I'm telling you then.
Okay. Ooh, so secret.
How drunk is Toby?
Is it Grey Knights? Oh no, it's not because you can't afford it at 2k point.
we could.
Is it Drakari? Yeah, you can afford Can afford
Can you
7
actually-
of them at 2.
I don't even think you can fit a brigade in Drukhari unless you. It's literally the worst thing if you can.
Drukhari?
Yeah,
It's not even that bad, but
it is because you have to then run incubi, which for your elites, which aren't amazing.
yeah. I don't know, it's better than having 3 brother captains, mate.
One damage smite.
Stop.
I'm trying to load up
Yeah.
the placings of Intel Zone 2 so we can look at the lists, but it's not working.
So Dan's got a brigade and it's super secret, Mikey. But what are you taking to the spring offensive?
So I actually, when someone asked me what army I'm taking to the event, shall I tell you what I told them? Because I tweeted it to them. Because someone's going who wanted to play me, and they were like, "Oh, what army are you playing?" And I'll read it to you because I thought it was quite funny. If my phone will ever load, the internet is dying in my house. I think that's what's up with the stream.
Is this going to be really awkward if it's not funny?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I just want to tell you then. So I'm taking
No, but imagine how awkward it'd be if that wasn't going to be funny.
I basically wrote out something really random, but like all the capital letters spelled out Space Marines, and I thought that was funny.
Well, I'm glad you didn't share that.
Thanks, Toby.
God, I'm not coming back, guys.
This is just terrible. But this is the last podcast. It's because it's podcast number 13. It's off the rails. Nothing's working, and it's just really unprofessional. And I'm crossing.
I mean,
my
we
arms
could
in
could
anger.
always get Toby to explain mirror match.
But you weren't even there.
No, but I've watched it, mate. I was cringing watching it.
Stop.
On the latest premium video, Toby thought a mirror match was when 2 people swap.
No.
armies.
No. I know what I mean, but that, if you think about it logically, that should be what it
A mirror is a reflection of itself. It's not swapping. It's not 2 different things getting crossed over.
That's a good point, actually. It seems
Anyway,
like
better
logic is on your side this day, Mikey.
Yeah.
You've got a mirror, and then you've got Dropbox for sharing things, mate. And
So basically, it's a match between me and Toby. We played. It's Imperium versus Drukhari. We did Drukhari versus Imperium a while ago, which is me using Drukhari and Toby using the Imperium, and then this time we swapped. But spoilers and leaks if you're not a subscriber, that Toby said in the intro, I was like, "Oh, we've swapped armies," and Toby said, "Yeah, it's a mirror match." And I had to explain to him it wasn't a mirror match because a mirror match is just Drukhari versus Drukhari. If you want to if you'd like to watch that in full, if you'd like to watch that in full, you can subscribe to Hellstorm Wargaming.co.uk
Shameless
and watch
plug.
it
where you
now.
get the
Shameless.
ultimate professionalism.
Bloody hell.
Oh,
Do you know what this podcast is
Yeah,
going to end up
Karina.
turning into, Toby? Mikey, sorry. It's the last podcast on the left, guys. That's what it's going to turn.
Like, stop listening to this podcast. Go listen to that podcast because it's way better.
I hope I have a good day at work on tomorrow before the bank holiday weekend. Otherwise, I'm going to play with 5 planes with a face like. I'll make
Do
the
you-
0.
Shall we go through our list for the week?
What are you doing? Shut up.
How far does that move?
Can you just move that model for us, pal? No, do it yourself.
It is
We can't
one
do
of
it.
the ideas.
I'm
Welcome
not
back.
telling you.
I'm not telling you. That were a 6. No, it weren't. Yeah, it was.
Are you talking about cheating now?
What are you going to do about it? It were a 6, alright, pal. Not for the first
Anyway,
time I've spent
Toby.
30 minutes behind someone, Toby.
Toby.
I wish I wish.
So I'm going to go through my list, dude. Is that all right?
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
So we're going to go back on track. I'm using a pure Ultramarines army with an assassin. Some would say
Oh,
that's
so
not
it's-
pure.
So it's blue, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's not.
I'm also colorblind.
God.
Blue, red colorblind.
Blue green
Yeah,
colorblind.
literally. How did you get on when you were playing Halo? You just shooting nowhere.
I always just shot everyone because I didn't like them.
The only thing you could see were just the like silhouettes of Spartans. You couldn't tell what they were.
He just shot all the yellow ones.
Yeah. So I have 2 detachments because I'm using Ultramarines. I obviously have Robbie G. So I've got a battalion and a super heavy auxiliary. So in my battalion, I've got a captain. Are you ready? Do you want to hear something really unique that's never been done before?
Oh no, he don't have a chainsaw and a bolt pistol, does he?
He does actually have a chainsword.
Oh god.
Yeah, I saw this on your list and I was like,
He's got a chainsword, a jump pack, the Santic Halo, and a Thunderhammer. So the Santic Halo is an Ultramarines captain or Ultramarines chapter master specific relic.
Wow.
What?
I will message you. Oh my god.
What? What's so funny? It's a relic. It's specific relic. Did it sound like I said something else?
I think Toby might have died.
You actually said that.
I did not. It's a chapter tactic. Chapter specific.
He said chapter spastic. What?
Why?
Why did you repeat that?
I don't know.
Oh my god! What is happening?
You didn't insult anyone. No, you just said it. Like, what?
Chapter specific.
Well, you're saying
Hey,
now.
I
clearly,
genuinely
but-
thought you did say that as well, Mike. To be fair.
Well, Dark Blade says I said chapter my sticks. I didn't say chapter master. No, I don't. I definitely slurred my words there. How can I concentrate with these idiots on the phone?
Pete put in the chat that there is a colourblind mode on Halo as well, so you're.
Oh, you're fine, mate.
Anyway, so I have a captain with the Santic Halo, which is Ultramarine
What's he got?
specific.
Okay.
And what that lets him do, it gives him a 3-up invulnerable save, so you no need to give him a Storm Shield. And it also lets him deny psychic power once per turn.
Is it only one turn? I'm going to say, is the 3-up not only once?
Yeah, I
No.
thought you had to turn that on once.
No, so there's 2 relics. So there's one that's like Space Marine, well, it's generic Space Marines. Also, Dan, sort your headphones out. And then there's the Santic Halo, which is Ultramarine specific.
Read the Santic Halo.
Do you want me to read it to you? Should I get the codex?
Get the
Yeah, 'cause
codex.
to be fair, I'm pretty confident that it is. You turn it on for
Is
one
this
turn.
why you were like? Is this you were like? Why are you doing that?
That not really.
Is it because you're worried about playing my list because it'll beat yours?
I think he's worried that we're going to get demonetized after your
So you
tirade just then.
So you have the Armor Indomitus, which is a 2+ save. In addition, once per battle, before making one wearer's saving throw, you can activate 3+ invuln. The Santic Halo, Ultramarines captain only. The bearer of the Santic Halo has a 3+ invulnerable save and can attempt to deny 1 psychic power in each of the enemy psychic phases.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how smug do you feel now, Mikey?
A solid 9.1.
Yeah. Congrats, mate.
So I had that. So a Smash Captain without a Storm Shield with a pretend Storm Shield. And then I have another Smash Captain with a Storm Shield.
Why has he got a sword?
A chainsword, because it's free.
Yeah.
At least you can fall out of combat and shoot all the. Oh no, wait.
It can throw grenades. So
Great.
literally the reason he's got a chainsword is because my list is 2,000 points on the nose.
Ooh.
Why
So
don't you just give him a bolt pistol?
Why would you?
Because it's free and you can shoot.
Shoot a bolt pistol or just have an extra attack in combat.
Yeah, but you're not going to use the chainsaw, are you? Going to use the hammer, you donut?
What benefit? No, you get a free attack with the chainsaw, Dan. I don't think you understand how they work, pal.
You get
It's if you make that attack with that weapon.
No,
you get an extra attack.
It's when you attack, you get an extra attack with it.
It's just a free attack, mate.
Just a free attack.
Although the problem is, Mikey, like being Ultramarines, you don't really have any benefit of being a Smash Captain.
No. But it's like 140 points, and he denies psychic powers, and they're still all right. You know, four attacks with a Thunder Hammer is not to be sniffed at.
Yeah, plus you can fall back and oh no, wait, jump pad does that anyway.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter though. So I've got two
Nice
of
chapter
those.
tactic, bro. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
And then I've got 3 units of scouts, just stock with bolters. Then I've got a unit of 4 aggressors with the Boltstorm gauntlets, which are just, you know, really good. With Ultramarines, you can pull out, still shoot, which is fine, but you really want to stay in combat. But with G-Man, you can obviously advance and get +1 and then still shoot. And then I've got a Redemptor Dreadnought with 2 Storm Bolters and the Gatling Cannon, so he's really gunny and shooty. I've got 3 Centurion Devastators with the Heavy Bolters and the Hurricane Bolters. And then I've got a Stormhawk Interceptor with 2 Assault Cannons, a Las Talon, and a Skyhammer Missile Launcher.
Nice.
So that's
It literally sounds like the list
battalion.
you played against Matt.
It's not far off. I've got a Quad Launcher, the Rapier Carrier, and a Relic Leviathan with 3 Hunter Killers.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. And then I've got Bobby G. Big Bobby. Dan, you
I'm
need
so
to really
gonna
sort your headset
complain.
out, though.
Wow, what's he doing?
I can hear myself, which means this podcast... Yeah. This podcast isn't going out as a podcast, by the way, guys.
What about now?
Better. Perfect. So then I've paid a CP to use Operative Requisition Sanction, sorry, which is basically lets me use an assassin at the beginning of the game. Get to choose one. So that's my 2,000 points.
I think everyone's going to be pretty much using that.
I think every Imperium army will be using that stratagem.
Yeah, so good.
The assassins in general are just really good. Like the Vindicate is actually horrific with the headshot rule.
Yeah.
And the fact he got cheaper in the White Dwarf is really good. And obviously being able to gain command points from killing characters is horrific. Like the Eversoul's
Yeah,
good.
I saw an argument on that on one of the forums, not the forum, sorry, on one of the Facebook pages the other day. Like, because the stratagem is you spend 1 to gain 1, don't you?
You spend 1 to gain 2.
You gain 2, right? But you basically get 2.
Yeah.
Right. So you spend 1, and you get 2. So when I used it the other day, I was spending 1 to get another one. So basically, yeah, you refunded and get an extra one, don't you?
You're not refunded.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. You spend a command point, and you then have 2 afterwards because it gives you 2 back.
Yeah.
If you kill a warlord, you get 3.
Get 3, yeah. I read that bit. Right.
Which is really good. But then, the Eversoul's good, and the Caladius is good. No, Caladius, the Calidus is good as well.
Isn't that the flipping tank?
The Caladius is a 4-draw tank, yeah. But like the Vindicare just like outshines them like completely.
I don't know. I quite like the Eversoul. I think the Vindicare's obviously very good.
I think it's better than the Eversoul.
Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose it's situational. That's why you've got that CP, isn't it? To be able to pick what you're getting.
To like in a world where you have to go to an event with a list that you printed out a couple of days before that you cannot change, having the ability to fix 85 points to fit the army you're playing against is
yeah. I mean, I've got one in mind.
Yeah, if you play against like an army with character linchpins like Tyranids, Drakari, even Eldar and Farsi is really take a Vindicator all day long, but against Knights it's not as good, I guess.
Yeah. The thing is having a guy sat in a building, maybe on an objective at -2 to hit is still really good. Doesn't really matter what you play. But it is only a guy. Whereas the other ones like the Calidus is really good against Knights because it makes all their stratagems expensive potentially on the first turn. Maybe even on the second if you want to use a strat. So they are really situational.
Even a Alexis is good against Knights.
You what, sorry?
Even a Alexis is really good against Knights, like making them waste the whole profile to hit on 6s is crazy efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's even in combat as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably better put is the Vindicare is more suitable in more situations than the other.
Yeah, more versatile is the word, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, because I'm only going to take an Eversort and a Vindicator. I think they're the ones I'll probably use more.
Yeah.
Because the army I'm using has got quite good psychic defense, and we can, like I asked in the chat the other day, we can also we don't have to put anything on as lists, so like extra relics and stuff. Do we? We can just have them in
Don't think so.
on the day.
So, Toby, you want to go for your list?
Sure, why not? Are people ready? I don't think I'll be making many friends, I'll be honest. Dan offered to print it out graciously as well, and he said, I'm not printing it out, it's horrible.
No, I wouldn't either.
So, okay, here we go. I'm playing pure Drakari, so none of this Doomseer stuff. Literally full Drakari. It's 2,000 points on the note, and I have 9 command points. So I have a Prophet of Fresh. Fresh?
Wow,
Prophet of Fresh.
Wow, Prophet of Fresh.
Prophet. the Flesh Prince of Bel-Air, Urian Rakarth himself.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Please stop.
Yeah, sorry. So I have HQ number 1 is a homunculus with a stinger pistol and a scissor hand because I had to make up the points. Have you ever seen a homunculus with a scissor hand? No.
I don't even know. What's a scissor hand?
I don't know.
It's a poison weapon.
Brilliant.
But
I think.
It was perfectly 2,000 points, so I thought, yeah, I'll take it.
Brilliant.
Obviously, he has the Vexator Mask as his relic. And then I have my HQ number 2 is the Urian Rakarth with his Casket of Flensing, Homunculus Tools, Ichor Injector, and he's the Warlord with Diabolical Soothsayer.
Brilliant.
So I could have 12 command points, I could have 10. But
Ooh, nobody knows.
pretty. And then I have 4 troop choices, which are all racks, all stock
Can I
racks.
just ask what does Urian Rakarth's
Warlord trait.
actually give you?
So it gives him
It's
a free
called
reroll.
Diabolical Soup. Yeah.
It gives him a free reroll during the game, and then it gives.
It's character specific.
Yeah, it's only him, not everybody.
Okay.
And
Not
then,
not like the Neuro Engram tied chip.
Yeah.
Tile
That's fine.
communism.
D3 command points at the start of the game.
And it's because he had +1 to the strength as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I mentioned it on the Gibraltar live stream, but not a lot of people realise that the homunculus in Urian buff the toughness of Talos. But it's only friendly Talos, whereas Urian's ability to buff strength is just Prophets of Flesh units. So if you're playing against the Urian Rakarth with Talos, you can gain strength.
Double.
Which is hilarious. And Toby's like, don't tell them in case I play against Talos.
I just do it myself. Sorry, only strong myself. Anyway, so that's my troop choices and HQ choices. For my heavy support, I have free Talos.
Nice.
And then I have an air wing detachment of Black Heart, which is 2 Razor Wing Jetfires and 3 Void Raven Bomb.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's me.
Have you thought about a Kronos?
No, but I saw someone say that in the Into the Hellstorm chat actually.
Yeah, it's quite good.
They're
They
good.
keep the Talos alive.
Yeah.
What
And game
do they
wants
do?
to hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Real wants to.
Yeah, and then they can heal Talos 1 wound, I think, per turn.
Yeah. So you can heal your
But
Talos.
they're
wants to hit.
not rubbish in combat themselves, to be honest.
And because the Talos, they're the same profile. So like
Yeah.
toughness 7
okay.
with 7 wounds or whatever.
The thing is, like, I am very scared of Deathwatch.
Yeah,
but-
if you hit Deathwatch, you're screwed.
Yeah, of course I am, but I feel like you kind of, I don't know. You have to take the chance. It's only a 1 day. There's only 3 games.
It's such a hard counter, isn't it? The Deathwatch.
Yeah, it's
You're
hard
really
to
quite
win.
lucky with matchups though in tournaments, Toby. Like
Me?
historically, yeah, you are.
No. That happened once at No Retreat, mate. I played 4 Imperial Soups and 1 Eldar Soup at the NWO.
Yeah.
Or like I played Knights 4 games and then played the what became infamous Drakari list with like 3 Ravagers, Dark Reapers, Shining Spear. There's no way I got good draws at NWO. At No Retreat, arguably, yeah. But even still, like stupid stratagem where you can bring a
'cause
unit
at
back
No
if
Retreat,
it dies to a Grey Knight.
You played 4 Chaos players. which
Shit.
means all your smites with your Grey Knights are super good.
No. So I played 3, and it only works on demons, Mike.
Yeah,
It's not a keyword.
but everyone has demons in a chaos list.
Not all the time.
Because all the demon engines are demons and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. But let's say like a unit of 30 plague bearers, which I actually played against. If I kill them with a Grey Knight unit, and I only had Grey Knight units for 3 command points, they can just bring the whole unit back
Yeah,
for
which
no
is just
reinforcement points.
Just horrific. I've never
Yeah.
had the chance to do that because
And-
no one plays Grey Knights. More people should play Grey Knights just so I can use that stratagem.
I don't know, it's pretty horrendous.
It is.
So 3 damage smites are crazy good, and I accept that. But when you don't have that many units to be able to take effect of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it was like Drakari and you had like, I don't know, 14 units, then fair enough.
Yeah.
But
When
it's
you got
12-inch
got 5
range.
from Grey
People can screen it out really effectively because it's only 12-inch range. You can't even deep strike until turn 2. So it's way too telegraphed. The only thing that they've got going for them is the beta bolter discipline.
So how would you
but
fix
even
Grey Knights? This is a tangent.
How would I fix them?
Yeah. What would you do?
I would.
At least
I
give
think the
them
beta
access to
bolter.
board drops.
The beta bolter is kind of counter interactive with deep strike.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously you don't get double shots if you move, and you count as moving when you deep strike.
Yeah.
I don't know what you could do about because I agree. If it was D3, it would probably be too good. Possibly keep it 1 damage. Maybe D3 if you roll 10, because even if you roll 10 or more, it's currently just.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
keep it the same as
they just made it like 1,000 suns. Yeah.
Yeah, and take away the 12-inch range. Like I have no idea why it's 12-inch range.
No, it's weird.
Like it's if it was D3 damage or D6 damage, I completely understand make it 12-inch range. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, because
And on
I
top
know
of
we
that-
like made a meme out of it. The 10-man squad only doing 1 damage, but
yeah,
it's like they literally they are the psychers, aren't they?
yeah, that's what's supposed to set them apart from normal Marines, the psychic ability, right? And when you do 1 additional damage for a much like a way overcosted tax, obviously you get good melee weapons as standard, which is fine. Like that's really good. And if you can get into combat, then perfect. But 9 times out of 10, you don't get there. You free up save 1 wound power armor and Marines. On top of that, the fact that Terminators are still the way they are a year and a bit into 8th edition is bad.
Yeah.
It should have been changed a long time ago. I think the problem is deeper than just make them cheaper. They need to
They
change.
need to be like toughness 5.
I think toughness 5 should be the bare minimum.
Yeah,
The
like,
save is
2
really
wounds, which is really good, but like everything's 2 damage.
exactly like, and then paladins are free
Grey
wounds,
Knights.
great, but then you have to pay out literally like 12 points per model more for a single.
Yeah.
And then also I would kind of fix Dread Knights. I think they're fine points wise, but the fact that they don't ignore moving fire heavy weapons is a bit silly in my opinion. I mean, would they be OP if they moved and ignored heavy? Probably not.
No.
They're supposed to
she's
be
still paying the points for them,
mobile
aren't
killing
they?
machines. Yeah, and I think psi weaponry just kind of misses a mark a little bit. It's either low strength, high damage, which is weird. Like a silencer is strength, it's no AP, but it does D3 damage, whereas a psi cannon is strength 7 -1
Yeah, it doesn't really
like
make
they
sense.
don't really have a speciality. Like you can either have high strength and low damage, or low strength and high damage. Like it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah.
And the heavy incinerator was really bad at the start, but it's gone down in points and it's a little bit more effective. But I don't know. I think Dan hit it on the
They're
head a
getting
little
it there,
bit.
innit?
Like they're supposed to have all the tools in their arsenal to basically kill demons for the Imperium, but they don't get a lot of the Forge World stuff.
Yeah, so we know that the Forge World, the Forge World, we know that Forge World are writing a book with Grey Knights getting Forge World units, and they're also putting the Beta Custodes
are
into
they?
official rules. That's coming
didn't
eventually,
know that.
along
That's
with
cool.
Sisters of Silence. But when that comes out, it is like anyone's guess, right? Because it's Forge World.
Yeah, and I mean, even still, like stick a Leviathan, do they become viable? I'm not sure. I think deep striking in general is a massive nerf to them as well.
Yeah, I know.
I remember that
idea
game
of-
just after no retreat.
Yeah,
I was
like
upset about that.
like what's been thrown around is like giving Grey Knights specific rules to be able to deep strike some units turn 1.
Turn 1,
Yeah.
like the
Which
old
would be
Nemesis
really
Strike
interesting.
Force.
Yeah, which would be really, really interesting and really shake the meta up. Because like essentially, Genes to the Cults are deep striking turn 1 at the minute.
The problem is like it wouldn't really make Grey Knights good again. It just maybe you'd see them in Imperial Soup to fill a certain role.
Yeah.
But arguably, Space Marine Scouts do that better, anyways.
Yeah. True.
Especially Blood Angels or Black Templar ones when their ability just to be on the board. Because like if in the way that you would describe, you think that would shake the meta up just because they could be on the board turn 1, right?
Yeah.
Whereas your scouts can be on the board turn 1. They don't get forewarned. You can hide them out of line of sight straight away. They don't even need to shoot because you pay so cheap just to have them on the board. You can deny psychic power if you're Black Templars, or you can wound Marines on freeze if you're Blood Angel.
True.
And they're also like a third of the cost.
Yeah.
For the same amount of wounds and 1 less save, but if they're in cover, they have the same save.
I think what they're missing as well is they're like the. I mean, I don't know if I'd like the Primoris to go to Grey Knights, but just something like an intercessor squad.
Yeah, I think it would have to be
kind of
like
stuff.
an intercessor strike squad kind of thing.
Yeah, because you need a combat unit. Because Grey Knights are all about combat; they're not really about shooting.
Yeah, but similarly, like a strike squad is 25 points more expensive than an intercessor squad.
Yeah.
How do you point a primary strike squad?
Yeah, it'd be like
it'd
300 points.
be through the roof, man. It'd be crazy.
So
And I think too much.
You're going from them, yeah.
There's way too much weight in points cost on their psychic, and it's not reflective of the points cost, basically.
No.
All the powers are really good, except arguably Purge Soul because there's better, like leadership test ones now, specifically mind control, whatever it's called. But the rest are all really good. Obviously, Game of Infinity is really, really good. The fact that you can do it turn 1 is great.
Hand's amazing.
Hammer Hand's really good
Vortex
if used right.
Amazing.
Sanctuary. I think Vortex of Doom is a little bit frustrating because you have to roll 12 to do d6 damage.
Yeah.
And then
which means you're also losing models yourself, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing worse than like it's hard to set up a good or hard to take advantage of a good Vortex of Doom, and then if it does 1 damage, it's a bit like Jesus. I might as well just smite it.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a 5.
Yeah, and then did 1 damage.
Okay. 1 damage.
1 damage.
It's, like, I mean, I think I haven't played in previous editions, but people kind of say that Grey Knights have been good for a long time, or really good for a long time.
They were pretty
well,
good.
it's because you could obviously in 7th you could suit them in with anything. Like I used to play Craftworld, Eldar, and Grey Knights together.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense whatsoever. But
like allies of convenience or something.
Yeah. But because Eldar and Imperium were quite in the fluff, obviously they're quite pally, aren't they? Apart from certain Craftworlds and stuff.
Yeah, is that why Bobby G came back?
Yeah. Well, yeah, your brain brought Bobby G back to life.
Gets his hot babe.
It's like Daenerys and Jon.
Yeah.
And then they find out they're brother and sister.
Whoa! Spoilers.
That's from last season.
They're not even brother and sister. She's his auntie.
No. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've been watching.
Yeah. Nice spoiler though. Like.
Nice wrong spoiler, mate.
So yeah, I think we'll call it there for podcast because I've dragged it out with the rant about Grey Knights. But
do you not want to go through my list?
Your list is secret. So
highly secret.
We'll call it there. So really sorry about how much of a shit show this podcast was with all the technical difficulties. It was just a nightmare. But hopefully in 2 weeks we're gonna have another podcast, number 14. It won't be 13. So hopefully we'll have better luck. We'll be talking about all about this event. You know, sorry?
I just said huzzah. That's.
Oh, okay. You like glitched out.
Nothing noteworthy whatsoever.
Yeah. We'll be doing another podcast in 2 weeks talking about all about the spring offensive, how it went, what we're up to. I've got a new super secret list that I'm working on that I might start talking about. But yeah, have you guys got anything to add?
No. Not really.
No.
Nothing other than thank you very much for watching all of our bat reps and stuff. And it's nice to see like every single podcast we have, and every time we interact with you on a live basis, like the audience is bigger every time, and that's something that's really humbling and nice to see. It means we're doing the right thing.
Cool.
We listen to what you guys say. So, any suggestions whatsoever, then say them, and we will do our best to implement.
Yeah, and nothing like just be better than 13.
Yeah. I realised for the past, I thought the chat was really quiet, but it turns out Restream crashed at 5 to 9.
Excellent.
So I've got no idea. I've been like, oh my god, there's no one saying anything. This is a terrible podcast, but it looks like there's loads of people there.
Yeah,
Thanks,
people are
Restream.
talking.
Thank
We're
you.
actually gained 2 viewers since we've begun the outro.
Brilliant. So yeah, thank you very
Perfect.
much to everyone for tuning in. I apologise for missing like 20 minutes worth of chat. That is, I'm actually gutted.
Thanks to the big, is it J Courts, is it?
J Court, yes, thank you very much to J Court.
Yeah, for all the donations, man.
Single-handedly supporting Hellstorm Wargaming over the past 2 weeks.
In the whole, yeah. So
Single-handedly built our new army.
Yeah, so we'll be hopefully taking some pictures from around the event, and we can talk about how our games went in the next podcast. Or you'll probably, if any of us do the big win, you'll probably see it all.
The big W.
Well. The big W. No big L's this weekend, boys.
Should we make an effort to maybe try to go live, Mikey, at the event?
At the event?
Yeah, why not?
We might do. We might go live in the Hellstorm Premium Community Group. Maybe. Who knows?
You know how to get
I might
there,
actually
folks.
make an effort and take some pictures this time as well.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Because I always forget.
Yeah.
It's engrossing beating my opponent to the ground. So, yeah.
So there you go. So
has that ever happened?
Yeah.
3 times.
3 times in his life ever.
Actually, 1 at Hellstorm. The last Hellstorm one.
You were the.
And that was just Magnus, to be fair.
Well, there you go, guys. Thank you very much for watching and listening. If you're listening back to a podcast, if I made this into a podcast somehow, really appreciate you tuning in. Again, sorry about the technical difficulties.
Sorry about Toby, guys.
If you'd like to support this shit show for podcast, you can also subscribe to hellstormwargaming.co.uk for more back reps and stuff, and generally just help support the channel as a whole. So you guys have got nothing else to add?
Nah, mate.
Toby over and out.
No, thank you very much to everyone for watching. We've been Hellstorm Wargaming. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Catch you later, guys.
Peace.
Adios.
And then I need to move it. Then there's a transition. How you doing,
well,
guys?
that was fun.
Stark, NG Luminous. Thank you so much for the host, Shoshi. How are you? Thank you.
Space Marine. And it says, even the most magnificent blade are devastating. This is boring. I'm going to talk about other stuff.
Go for it.
My favourite part about Pano Chocolats is when you put them in the microwave and they're just right.
Yeah.
You sprinkle a bit of water on top of them and they don't get crispy or all dried. And you can put them in for like 20 seconds and it's just right. And that is why Mephiston